Did you know that heart attacks are the leading cause of death in the country? Every year, more than 400,000 lives are lost due to heart problems. The most shocking thing is that most of these cases could be avoided with small changes in what we put on the plate. Now stop and think, could the foods you eat every day, without even realizing it, be harming your health and putting your heart at risk? Research shows that about 80% of cardiovascular diseases are directly linked to diet. If you've ever felt guilty about eating a package of cookies or using the same old oil for frying, it might be time to rethink some of your choices. Important notice. What you will see here can literally save lives. So, before we continue, like this video, subscribe to the channel and share with someone you love. Let's spread this message and help more people live healthier and longer. How food clogs your arteries. Imagine your arteries working like water pipes. When these pipes are clean, blood flows freely. But if you start clogging these pipes with fat, salt and sugar, the flow decreases and the internal pressure increases. This accumulation over time can lead to heart attack or stroke. The heart is a true machine, working 24 hours a day to send blood and oxygen throughout the body. But when you overindulge in foods rich in trans fat, refined sugar and sodium, the damage begins silently. Fatty plaques build up in the arteries, like debris blocking a road. And when the road becomes completely blocked, the consequences can be fatal. Why food is so decisive? Several scientific studies have already proven diets with a high consumption of ultra-processed products dramatically increase the risk of heart disease. What's more, these foods inflame the walls of the arteries, accelerating blockage. This constant inflammation also causes joint pain, premature aging, and even cognitive difficulties. Every meal you eat is a choice between building health or paving the way for disease. The 5 foods that are most harmful to your heart. 1. Margarine and trans fats. Many people think that margarine is a lighter alternative to butter. But the truth is that it is among the most dangerous foods for the heart. Made from hydrogenated vegetable oils, margarine is rich in trans fats, a type of artificial fat that directly affects the cardiovascular system. These fats increase bad cholesterol, LDL, lowers good cholesterol, HDL. They disrupt circulation and increase the risk of blockages. To visualize the damage, imagine your arteries as hoses. Trans fats act like a sticky residue which attaches itself to the internal walls, increasingly narrowing the blood passage. Over time, this can cause hypertension and fatal blockages. Studies show that people who frequently consume margarine and other foods rich in trans fats have a much higher risk of suffering from heart attack or stroke. 2. Processed meats, a cocktail of sodium and chemicals. Sausage, ham, salami and bacon are popular for their convenience, but they hide dangers that go far beyond calories. These products contain high doses of sodium, which increase blood pressure, saturated fats, which clog the arteries, chemical preservatives such as nitrites and nitrates, which can turn into carcinogenic substances in the body. Studies show that daily consumption of processed meats increases the risk of heart attack and other cardiovascular complications by up to 42%. And the problem is cumulative. Even in small, frequent portions, these foods cause damage over the years. The situation worsens when these meats are fried in bad oils, releasing substances that are even more toxic to the body. Healthy substitutions. Grilled chicken breast. Fish rich in omega-3, such as sardines or salmon. Plant-based sources of protein, such as lentils, chickpeas and beans. Natural seasonings. Garlic, rosemary, turmeric, pepper and fresh herbs. These options not only prolong your life, as well as strengthen your cardiovascular system with an anti-inflammatory diet. 3. Soft drinks and sugary drinks, the sweet that makes your health bitter. Despite their attractive flavor, soft drinks are one of the biggest enemies of heart health. Each sip carries high amounts of refined sugar, dyes and chemical additives. Zero nutritional benefit. Consuming these beverages causes sugar to be rapidly absorbed, causing glucose spikes and requiring an extra dose of insulin from the pancreas. This opens the door to insulin resistance and the type 2 diabetes, 2 conditions closely linked to heart disease. Additionally, excess sugar causes chronic inflammation in the arteries, increases the risk of atherosclerosis. It increases the chances of heart attack and stroke by up to 20%, even in people with other healthy habits. And be careful, diet or zero sodas also harm health, as artificial sweeteners alter metabolism and can affect the intestinal microbiota, with a direct impact on the heart. Smart alternatives. Sparkling water flavored with fruit, lemon, mint, orange. Natural teas without sugar. Water flavored with ginger or cinnamon. In addition to hydrating, these options refresh and protect the heart, without the hidden risks of soft drinks. 4. Fried foods and refined oils, a balm for your arteries. Fried foods are among the most consumed foods, and also among the most harmful to the heart. When we heat vegetable oils to high temperatures, they undergo chemical transformations, releasing toxic substances such as acrolein, a compound that causes inflammation in artery walls. This process raises bad cholesterol, LDL, reduces good cholesterol, HDL, increases blood pressure and the risk of blockages, contributes to obesity, another serious cardiovascular risk factor. Furthermore, heavy fried foods are very demanding on the liver, harming digestion and favor the accumulation of abdominal fat, which is directly related to heart attacks and strokes. Healthy substitutions. Use air fryer. Bake the food in the oven. Choose healthy oils in small quantities, such as olive oil or avocado oil. Season food well with spice and aromatic herbstow. Maintain the flavor. 5. Repeated frying and oil used multiple times. If fried foods are already bad for your heart, the problem gets worse when the oil is reused multiple times, a common practice in many kitchens. This repetition increases the concentration of toxic substances, such as inflammatory and even carcinogenic compounds, which overload the body and directly damage the arteries. But you don't have to sacrifice flavor to stay healthy. There are much safer and more delicious ways. Prefer bake or grill food. Use air fryers, which maintain crispiness without the need for oil. For quick preparations, opt for extra virgin olive oil, which is rich in antioxidants that protect the heart. These simple substitutions may seem small, but they make a huge difference to your cardiovascular health in the long term. 6. Processed products rich in sodium. Many everyday foods hide absurd amount of sodium, and few people realize it. Some examples: instant soups, ready seasonings, industrialized sauces, canned and processed foods, instant noodles. Excess sodium is one of the biggest villains of high blood pressure, forcing the heart to work twice as hard to keep blood flowing. Over time, this overload can lead to heart attacks, strokes, and heart failure. Additionally, many of these products combine sodium, bad fats and chemical preservatives, creating a cocktail that inflames the body and clogs the arteries. To give you an idea, a single package of instant noodles can contain more than half of your daily sodium intake. Smart and natural substitutions. Read the labels carefully. Give preference to fresh and homemade ingredients. Use natural seasonings such as garlic, onion, rosemary, oregano, and turmeric. Prepare your own sauces with fresh tomatoes, olive oil, and aromatic herbs. These choices not only reduce the risk of heart disease, as well as rescue the true flavor of the food, without chemical excesses. Your choices shape your future. Every meal you make is like a brick in the construction of your health. Margarines, processed meats, soft drinks, fried foods, ultra-processed and sodium-laden products. All of them may seem harmless or practical in everyday life, but they are true silent enemies of your health. The good news is, you have the power to change this story. Swap processed foods for options fresh and natural. It may be the most important step you take for your health, and the health of those you love. Now I want to know, which of these foods are still part of your routine? And which will be the first to go from your shopping list? Comment below, like the video, subscribe to the channel and share with someone who needs to hear these truths. Together we can build a lifelong with more energy and full of health. See you in the next video.